Unit 1.
We walked.
The sun shines.
She didn't appear.
Many fans gathered.
He ran again.
The accident happened at night.
Columbus arrived in the New World.
They walked to school every day. Unit 2.
I am a student.
He's busy now.
The elevator is out of order.
The prize for the winner is a trip to Boston.
The situation got worse.
I stayed awake all night.
Painting became my great love.
She looks angry.
I feel exhausted lately.
Unit 3. They want a smaller cell phone.
Today, I bought a new watch.
Many people lost their jobs.
I know her parents very well.
Mr. Brown married my cousin.
Tom answered several questions.
Angry customers contacted the customer service center.
I joined the gym to lose weight.
Unit 4. The agent showed us several houses.
He made me a birthday cake.
Please send me your picture.
The company offered her a raise.
My father bought me some presents.
She asked me a favor.
Unit 5. We named our son Benjamin.
This music makes me relaxed.
They called him a liar.
I consider him a friend.
He found the key.
We found the house empty.
Matisse left for Paris.
Chris left the office.
Sally left her brother a message.
Someone left the door open.
Unit 6.
He is a manager.
I'm not sure.
They are in a meeting with the president.
We like jazz music.
She wants to see you again.
Amy is sick now.
They usually play basketball.
The conference starts at 10:30.
The sun rises in the east.
Unit 7. He was at home last night.
We weren't aware of the problem.
I saw him at the mall.
She didn't believe me.
We changed the schedule.
I got my hair cut yesterday.
Mr. Howell left the office an hour ago.
I graduated from high school in 2012.
We listen to jazz music every day.
I wanted to ask you a question.
Unit 8. He will be 20 years old next month.
The class will perform a musical in front of people.
I'll call you later.
I will finish my work soon.
She's going to wait in the lobby.
We're going to be late.
I'm not going to invite Steve to the party.
We were going to grab some food.
The contract expires next week.
I'm staying home tonight.
Where are you going for vacation? Unit 9.
It's snowing outside.
We're studying English these days.
I'm starting my new job next week.
My voice was trembling and my heart was racing.
I was having dinner at 7:30 last night.
She'll be traveling Europe.
Will you be studying this weekend?
Unit 10. Steve plays tennis.
Steve is playing tennis.
I usually eat breakfast.
I'm eating breakfast.
My sister speaks Italian.
She's speaking Italian.
It rains a lot these days.
It's raining outside.
I live in London.
I'm living in London.
I have a good friend.
The directors are having a meeting now.
I'm having breakfast.
He's kind.
He's being kind.
I see a bird over there.
I'm seeing a doctor tomorrow.
I think you're right.
I'm thinking about our future. Unit 11.
I've known Mr. Kim for 5 years.
She has worked here since last year.
You've been quiet all morning.
I've just finished a big project.
We've spent the entire budget.
Have you already canceled the reservation for the hotel?
Have you ever met Miss Green?
I've never tried Thai food.
She has read the book 3 times.
He has broken his leg.
Madagascar has lost 80% of its forests.
They've left home. Unit 12.
I've lived in Madrid since 2012.
I lived in Madrid.
Many people have faced great obstacles.
They faced a great obstacle that day.
Mr. Jones has written many poems.
Charles Dickens wrote many novels.
Brian has won first prize.
Brian won first prize last month.
I haven't seen her since last night.
I didn't see her last night.
She has recently moved to a new house.
She moved to this town 2 months ago.
We've just had dinner.
We just had dinner.
He hasn't decided yet.
He didn't decide yet. Unit 13.
I hadn't heard of him until yesterday.
I had waited for an hour before he appeared.
He had gone home when I arrived.
I couldn't call you because I had lost my cell phone.
By 2023, I'll have graduated from university.
She will have finished the project before next Friday.
This upgrade will have added many features.
You'll have forgotten us by then. Unit 14.
I've been working so hard all week.
She's been avoiding me since Monday.
Many users have been reporting problems.
My sister had been living there for 10 years before she got married.
I hadn't been feeling well, so I asked for some time off.
In July, I'll have been studying English for 10 years.
Next year, we'll have been living in this city for 20 years.
Unit 15.
Look at the sleeping baby.
I installed an ad blocking program.
What's your preferred genre of music?
He designed a limited edition t-shirt.
I was so surprised at the news.
The presentation was boring.
We're excited to see you here.
So far, the results have been disappointing.
You will be satisfied with our experienced tutors.
Unit 16. I'm preparing a report.
Researchers have developed a solution to this problem.
The road was repaired.
We will use advanced technology.
I saw the advertisement printed in the newspaper.
Alvin makes models for the leading architectural firms.
The school forbids any food containing peanuts.
He became discouraged.
The output looks confusing.
We found the door locked.
I watched little kids playing soccer. Unit 17.
Walking to the store, he saw a puppy.
Sitting at the table, he wrote an essay.
Hearing the news, she started to cry.
Feeling guilty, he couldn't look me in the eye.
Not having any cash, she paid for it with her credit card.
Working in a sales department, I travel a lot.
Turning to the right, you'll find the bank.
Working late every day, he doesn't feel tired. Unit 18.
After finishing the exercise, I was exhausted.
My father retiring, Mr. Morris is taking up his position.
Having talked to the managers, he changed his mind.
Being raised by his grandparents, he wasn't close with his parents.
Not seeing the bus, the girl stepped into the road.
Having bought her a birthday gift, I had no money.
Being surprised by the police, the thief ran away.
Many people take numerous photos while traveling. Unit 19.
To learn foreign languages is important.
To be honest requires courage.
It is difficult to tell him the truth.
It is your duty to finish the work in time.
He wants to change the date.
I'd like to buy a bicycle for my son.
She decided to get a degree in education.
She chose not to share the information.
I found it hard to be creative in a doorless office.
Unit 20. My plan is to study 7 hours a day.
To require perfection is to invite paralysis.
Our principle was to discuss every disagreement.
The boss encouraged us to work faster.
I finally got him to sleep.
This coupon allows you to stay at our resort anytime.
I always ask people to respect their body rhythms.
I know what to say.
They haven't decided who to hire.
I'll learn how to be a good dad.
Unit 21. This laptop has a tendency to overheat.
I'm looking for a place to spend vacation.
Social media is a great way to keep in touch with friends.
You are to go home immediately.
We are about to open a new branch.
My English seems to be getting better.
She needed someone to talk to.
They were looking for a bench to sit on.
He asked me for a pen to write with. Unit 22.
The man ran to catch the last bus.
I'm calling to confirm your trip to New York next week.
People were waiting in long lines to purchase presents.
He grew up to be a writer.
I'm glad to be with you.
He's stupid to make the same mistake again.
This equipment is safe to use.
The star moved too fast to see.
To be honest, I like action movies.
To make matters worse, inflation has returned.
Needless to say, I prefer the cheaper one.
Strange to say, she has never talked about her family. Unit 23.
It was hard for me to hide my emotions.
There's a better chance for you to succeed.
Basketball provides an opportunity for students to develop skills.
It is very kind of you to help me.
He seemed to have forgotten her name.
I feel embarrassed not to have read the book.
Humans appear to have first reached Australia around 50,000 years ago.
Unit 24. Mr. Barnett let us use the conference room.
The music makes us want to buy products.
He had me take the medicine.
I helped her to find the necklace.
I felt my phone vibrate.
I saw him argue with his colleagues.
We heard her sing. Unit 25.
I'm too tired to cook.
The question was too difficult to answer.
The obstacles are too great to overcome.
This matter is too important not to share.
He's mature enough to lead the team.
She is tall enough to ride the roller coaster.
They were wise enough not to say it aloud.
He has recovered enough to run again.
I had no choice but to believe his story.
Most organic farmers have no choice but to rely on chemicals.
You know better than to believe in such nonsense.
Unit 26.
Keeping a diary is a good habit.
Reading classical texts benefits the mind.
Not having breakfast is bad for your health.
Being accurate is not always smart.
Watching movies is my hobby.
I enjoy riding a bicycle.
I'm sorry for wasting your time.
My goal is getting a good grade on the exam. 27.
I appreciate your filling in for me.
They insisted on my staying with them.
Do you mind my sitting here? Do you mind me sitting here?
She regrets not having worked harder in her youth.
He admits to having made mistakes.
I confess to having stolen the money. Unit 28.
He decided to focus on building a positive attitude.
Would you mind closing the door?
She enjoys teaching Chinese.
She begins to worry.
I like swimming.
I hate to go camping with Tom.
He didn't remember meeting her at the party.
I remembered to meet Sam.
He forgot locking the door.
He forgot to lock the door.
Brian regrets saying harsh things.
I regret to say the machine is no longer working.
I tried restarting the computer.
She'll try to attend the opening ceremony. Unit 29.
I went shopping with Sally yesterday.
The Alhambra is worth visiting.
It's no use worrying about past events.
I can't help feeling sorry for him.
I feel like going out with friends.
I look forward to hearing from you soon.
Companies are busy listening to the voice of the customer.
Carl has trouble waking up early.
She's not used to expressing her emotions.
We spent the whole afternoon painting the kitchen.
The dogs are good at using their noses.
On hearing this news, he said, "Well done," with a smile. Unit 30.
She can speak Spanish.
It can happen to anyone.
I can't come to dinner tonight.
Can I have your name, please?
Can you play any musical instruments?
I could play the piano when I was young.
You could start earlier. Don't worry.
I couldn't sleep last night.
Could I leave a message, please?
Could you donate a few dollars to the orphans? Unit 31.
Jerry may be in the classroom.
Ross may know the truth.
She may not want to go home.
You may leave at any time.
May I have your signature, please?
It might rain soon.
It might be some kind of medicine.
Rachel might be having lunch.
He might not come to the party.
Might I borrow your pen? Unit 32.
You must apply by March 15th.
Students must not cheat during tests.
The experiment must be repeatable.
They must know each other. They are in the same class at school.
I just saw him on the street. He must not be home.
You have to turn at the corner.
Older people now have to spend more on healthcare because they live longer.
She doesn't have to go to the hospital.
He had to wear a suit.
Unit 33. You should go and see a doctor immediately.
Drivers should obey the traffic rules.
You shouldn't leave children alone.
I should be back by 2.
We ought to clean up the garden.
I'd better go to the bank today.
We'd better not go out. It's raining.
You had better be on time, or you will miss the last train.
Unit 34. The construction will begin next Monday.
I promise I won't tell anyone.
Will you join us?
Would you mind opening the window?
It would be nice to get a new phone.
I wouldn't go to the library.
Shall I go with you?
Shall we meet at 1 o'clock?
Unit 35. I would like some apple juice, please.
We'd like to sit outside.
Would you like to go to the concert?
Would you like a 10-minute break?
I'd rather not tell you.
We'd rather stay home than go to a movie.
Most people would rather watch the news than actually read it.
My mother would read me a bedtime story.
We would often have coffee together.
They used to visit my parents on weekends.
I used to live in London. Unit 36.
I know that must have been a big effort for you.
He must not have seen me. He just walked away.
She may have been in her room.
Ted might have missed the train.
They can't both have won the game.
I couldn't have done this without you.
Eric could have talked to his teacher if he had enough time.
You should have joined them instead of playing alone.
I shouldn't have eaten so much cake.
I ought to have studied last night.
She would have enjoyed the party.
Unit 37.
If I were you, I would drive more carefully.
If she applied, she could pass the test.
If I won the lottery, I might give the money to charity.
I'd prefer it if you didn't smoke.
I wouldn't make a single change if I were you.
Unit 38. If you had called me, I would have come.
If we had had enough time, we could have gone to the zoo yesterday.
If I hadn't broken my leg, I could have played in the match.
If I hadn't come along, he would have eventually died of hunger.
If I had drunk coffee last night, I wouldn't have slept well. Unit 39.
If you go out, you can borrow my umbrella.
If I have time, I want to write a letter to my parents.
If you rest your wrist for several days, it'll get better.
If you should fail this exam, you can take it next month.
Let me know if you need any help.
I suggest that you get some rest.
The doctor recommended I try jogging every morning.
I'd be there to demand that more security cameras be installed. Unit 40.
If I had studied hard, I would have a good grade.
If I had stayed in my hometown, my life could be different.
If I were you, I would have met him again.
If I knew about computers, I could have helped with your problem.
Were I you, I would wait a little longer.
Had I gone to her birthday party, we would have become closer.
Should you have any problems, please let me know.
I would have gone to see a baseball game, but I had to study.
I couldn't have succeeded without your help.
I went out before 10 o'clock. Otherwise, I would have missed the bus. Unit 41.
We greet them as if they were children.
I feel as if I could sleep for weeks.
He acts as if he had been a teacher.
I spoke as if I wouldn't come back.
Live as if you were to die tomorrow.
I wish it were snowing right now.
I wish I could have a dog at home.
I wish we had spent more time together.
I wish I had learned another foreign language.
I'm leaving tomorrow. I wish I could camp in the wild.
It's time I finished my homework.
It's time you went to bed. Unit 42.
Julie fixed the phone.
The phone was fixed.
Our phone number is posted on our website.
Other minor details were changed.
Actually, this film was produced by a college student.
He got promoted to sales manager. Unit 43.
Only 500 students were selected.
The office will be cleaned next week.
She has been assigned new duties.
Books are being placed on the shelves.
The music was being played on TV.
This matter might be resolved by February 10th.
New media can be defined by 4 characteristics.
The bus should have been inspected. Unit 44.
These curtains need to be washed.
He deserves to be given a second chance.
I want the desk to be delivered on May 7th.
His offer seems to have been rejected.
I hate being called a liar.
The boy was afraid of being punished.
Being observed has two quite distinct effects on performance.
He complained about having been ignored by his supervisor. Unit 45.
Students were shown photos of the four women.
He was told an interesting story.
The application form will be sent to you.
This striped tie was bought for him by his wife. Unit 46.
He was found guilty.
The door was left unlocked.
Walking home alone at night is considered to be dangerous.
I was made to change my plan.
The refugees were helped to adapt to their new environment.
The ground was felt to shake.
He was seen to leave the office.
Unit 47. The auditorium was filled with aspiring artists.
His hands were covered with biscuit and jam.
He was pleased with his son's progress.
They are satisfied with their achievement.
I'm disappointed with your decision.
The outermost layer is composed of silicon.
I am ashamed of my behavior.
Everyone was surprised at the news.
She's interested in renting the apartment.
This historical building was made of stone.
Plastic is made from oil.
The poet is known for his sense of humor.
King Louis XIV of France is known as the Sun King.
We were lost in the woods.
I put my phone here, but it's gone.
Wait, I'm not done yet.
He was born in 2002.
Pam is married.
You were supposed to give her the report.
All applicants are required to submit official academic records.
They are encouraged to increase their weight and strength.
He was forced to leave college due to a lack of money.
The employees were obliged to work overtime. Unit 48.
I was born in August.
I'd love to swim in the pool.
Can we go across the road?
He's a student at the university.
Jessica is in an English class with her friend Tom.
Unit 49. We take the school bus at 8:30.
I ate too much at lunch.
This train stops at Seoul Station.
She wasn't present at the meeting today.
He was surprised at the news.
Pick up trash on the ground.
You'll see the restaurant on your left.
I still have a scar on my leg.
The museum is closed on the first Monday of every month.
I have a lot of things on my mind.
There are no eggs in the fridge.
I live in a small village in Germany.
We display lots of artwork made in the 18th century.
He'll be here in an hour.
She spoke in a low voice. Unit 50.
They performed before a big crowd.
We can decorate the classroom before the party.
You have to arrive 10 minutes before the appointment.
I booked the ticket before you.
Drink plenty of water after exercising.
After winning the prize, he became a celebrity.
The same problem occurs day after day.
I need someone to look after my dog.
She took a bus from Busan.
He got the idea from his friend.
The concert will start from July 10th.
These items are made from recycled materials.
We went to the park yesterday.
I'm working from 8 to 4.
Can you send this package to Laura?
We will compare the results to the previous data. Unit 51.
The back of the fence needs to be painted.
Nail biting is a bad habit of mine.
I'm afraid of snakes.
Most of the club members are women.
She writes stories of adventure.
My family consists of 4 people.
How did you get rid of those useless ads?
Let's go for a walk.
You still have time to prepare for your presentation.
It's difficult for me to lose weight.
The hero stands for justice.
I can hardly see for the mist.
We have not seen each other for 3 months.
I read some books about biology.
The teacher worried about the problem.
That is one thing I don't understand about Lily.
There are trees about the house.
Unit 52. You can buy the tickets by phone.
I learned English by watching films.
I'll just leave my key by the door.
Hand in your essay by Friday.
I was distracted by a cute puppy crossing the street.
They went to the market with their neighbors.
Rinse with warm water.
Do you see the man with a beard?
I can help you with your presentation.
Are you with me?
I can't see anything without my glasses.
Can I have my burger without onions?
Humans cannot exist without nature.
He said so without looking at me.
They played against Brazil.
The students fought against time to complete the test.
He stood with his back against the door.
Check the phone numbers against the names.
Unit 53. It must have rained during the night.
Please turn off your cell phone during the performance.
Older people should drink enough water during hot weather.
The exhibition will continue until March.
I studied until 9 p.m. last night.
Until the 1960s, the term multitasking didn't exist.
The plane should take off within 30 minutes.
Your books will arrive within the next 7 days.
We have to live within a small budget.
Park your car within the lines.
We've lived in Paris since last year.
I haven't seen him since his marriage.
I had worked there since leaving school. Unit 54.
Let's meet in front of the gate.
I was embarrassed in front of my class.
James was sitting right behind her.
We're 2 days behind schedule.
My family is always behind me.
It's between the school and the park.
They will arrive between 3 o'clock and 4 o'clock.
What is the difference between these two groups of people?
The building is among the tall trees.
It is the most well-known among his works.
The sky above the city was so clear.
Her grades are above average for the class.
He dived below the surface of the sea.
The temperature fell below 0 this morning.
His parents sat next to him.
We went to the restaurant next to the hotel.
Kathy is the tallest girl next to Jennifer.
Next to him, I'm not good at math. Unit 55.
He pushed the truck up the hill.
The meeting room is just up the stairs.
Be careful going down the ladder.
We live down the road.
There's a light hanging over the desk.
He has saved money over the years.
You went over the speed limit.
There's a cat under the desk.
The stairs are currently under repair.
Children under 8 must be accompanied by an adult.
He threw the letter into the trash can.
The car ran into a pole.
A caterpillar turns into a butterfly.
The students are going out of the classroom.
The problem is getting out of hand.
Unit 56. The path runs through the forest.
We traveled through the country.
I slept all through the day.
The participants are selected through an interview.
I saw her walking across the street.
There's a crack across the wall.
He has been popular across Asia.
We are driving along Fifth Avenue.
There are flowers along the river.
They are sitting around the table.
The tour guide showed us around the city.
The student council elections are right around the corner.
The post office is right past the park.
He walked straight past me.
The house faces towards the south.
She is hurrying towards the exit.
He felt very angry towards her. Unit 57.
We can visit her this Saturday or Sunday.
I moved to California and found a new job.
I have homework to do, but I'm sleepy now.
He was tired, so he went to bed early.
We came back home, for it was getting dark.
The idea was not mine nor hers.
My heart swells as much as my chubby bags, yet I'd better get some sleep.
Unit 58. I like not only chemistry but also physics.
Both eyes and cameras have light-sensitive layers.
That book is neither interesting nor informative.
I ordered not the green one, but the blue one.
I'll buy either a laptop or a tablet.
He is in the book club as well as on our school hockey team.
David waited for 2 hours, but she didn't show up.
She is not a teacher, but a student.
Jane is not as young as she looks.
I heard them laugh, shout, and talk loud.
Unit 59. I believe that she will pass the exam.
Did you know that Jack has retired?
That he suddenly left the town is strange.
It is a fact that the world is round.
I have the belief that I can do that.
I'm sorry that I can't go with you.
I wonder whether he knows about the meeting.
Whether he can answer the question is doubtful.
I don't know whether he'll come or not.
We'll ask her if she wants to meet us.
Unit 60. Do you know where the ticket office is?
What you did doesn't matter to me.
I don't remember when his birthday is.
I wonder how old he is.
I can't decide which college I should go to.
I don't know who lives next door.
I will agree with whatever you suggest.
We will hire whoever you recommend.
Whichever restaurant you decide on will be fine. Unit 61.
The movie had already started when we arrived.
It's so painful when I move my wrist.
Can you wait a moment while we are having dinner?
While I was in Paris, I went to the museum every week.
Cultures change as time goes by.
As he was walking down the street, he ran into Jane.
You'll see a hotel as you turn the corner.
Wash your hands before you eat.
After she left the company, she started her own business.
It's been so long since I heard from him.
This book has influenced countless writers since it was published.
Please come to headquarters as soon as you receive this letter.
I called Laura once he had left.
Once I get a job, I'll be able to afford new clothes.
We'll wait until you are ready.
Continue cooking till the meat is tender.
She didn't leave until she met the principal.
By the time the guests arrive, I will be back home.
Whenever I go shopping, I always spend too much money.
Every time I come to feed my cat, he jumps onto the table.
You can come whenever you want.
Unit 62. We may have to wait in line because it's Friday night.
Since you paid for our dinner, let me pay for the coffee.
I can't exercise as my knee still hurts.
Now that the weather is warm, I walk to work.
Although I took a nap, I still feel tired.
The room is very tidy and organized, though it is small.
Even though the storm is weakening, residents are still staying in emergency shelters.
No matter what the problem is, we can handle it.
I'll try to answer all the questions, no matter how long it takes.
However much it costs, I want to study abroad.
Unit 63. A box is square while a clock is round.
I like all types of meat, while my girlfriend eats only vegetables.
I carried 4 heavy bags, whereas he carried only a wallet.
While he makes a lot of money, he hasn't bought a new car.
I will go out if the rain stops.
Don't be afraid to ask if you don't understand.
Unless you wake up early, you'll be late for the meeting.
You can get into the concert hall only if you have a ticket.
The red light means do not walk, even if there aren't any cars around.
They'll make a backup file just in case anything goes wrong.
Unit 64. Can you watch my bags while I'm gone?
My teacher gave us homework during class.
I met Julie during my stay in New York.
I stayed there for 3 weeks.
I came back because I had forgotten my briefcase.
She moved to Tokyo because of her job.
I was late this morning due to traffic.
We stopped playing tennis owing to the rain.
He went to work although he was sick.
Despite the high temperature of the room, they refused to remove their jackets.
He won first place in spite of being injured.
I I saw the girl who lives next door.
I like the girl who you met yesterday. I like the girl whom you met yesterday.
I know a girl whose eyes are blue.
He is a new student who transferred from another school.
I visited my uncle whom I hadn't seen for years.
I met a man whose restaurant is famous. Unit 66.
We need volunteers who can play the guitar or the piano.
I ran into a guy who I used to know. I ran into a guy whom I used to know.
That's the man whose car has been stolen.
The bus which goes to City Hall has just left.
Monica wore a dress which she bought in Italy.
She works for a company whose goal is to promote Korean culture. Unit 67.
I told you everything that I know.
Zach and Tony bought a swimming suit that could minimize resistance against water.
He is the only person that I can trust.
Emily is the most brilliant student that I've taught.
Who was the person that you contacted?
I don't care what people say.
Ancient artists were drawing what they were seeing.
They showed us what they brought. Unit 68.
This is my colleague about whom I told you.
She married a man that her parents didn't approve of. She married a man whom her parents didn't approve of.
We visited the house in which Mozart was born.
I wake up every morning in a house that was built by my father.
The gym has a new yoga class which is starting soon.
The information that you requested is on our website.
Lindsay needed someone with whom she could share her concerns.
Unit 69. Humans dislike bitter foods which tend to contain toxins.
My personal trainer, who I see twice a week, is a former college volleyball player.
My brother enjoys reading comic books which I don't enjoy.
He was crying, which surprised us.
Unit 70. I still remember the day when Mr. Robinson came to my office.
It was held in a seminar room where Anderson met the principal for the first time.
I don't understand the reason why he's mad at me.
We will change how we pay quarterly bonuses.
School is the place where she spends most of her time.
Peter didn't tell me the reason why he wasn't in class yesterday.
He knocked on the door early in the morning when I was in bed. Unit 71.
We welcome whoever wants to join us.
All human beings should be treated equally, whoever they are.
It's all the same to me, whichever you choose.
You can do whatever you want.
Whenever I try to discuss my personal problems, they don't want to hear them.
You can begin whenever you're ready.
I'll always remember you wherever I am.
However hard I work, I can't finish this on time. Unit 72.
A man is carrying a box.
I bought an umbrella and 3 bags.
My new shoes are still tight on my feet.
Don't forget to turn off the air conditioner.
The couple were dancing on the stage. The couple was dancing on the stage.
I enjoy music.
I hope the kids have fun.
I put some sugar in my coffee.
Sandy's birthday is in December.
Soccer is the world's most popular sport. Unit 73.
The 2 women are shaking hands.
She has very pretty teeth.
We saw the mice running around.
The media have a responsibility to question everything.
Some fish are often eaten raw.
There's a hair in my sandwich.
Did you have a good time in Spain?
I heard a cracking noise.
I'd like to reserve a room at your hotel.
We had some unique experiences during the festival.
She poured a glass of water.
Unit 74. Each child received a present.
A number of people visit Jeju every year.
You'll be all right in a couple of days.
There are trees on both sides of the street.
This option would require several years.
The students speak a little English.
He devotes a great deal of time and energy to helping children.
We need to buy some apples.
Do you need any further information?
The city has a lot of tall buildings now.
Boil the red beans in plenty of water.
Most people have very poor memories for very familiar things.
Swimming is great for all ages. Unit 75.
A bird has 2 wings.
Pam is wearing a suit today.
He wants to be an astronaut when he grows up.
We stayed at a hotel. The hotel was clean and cozy.
You may have to wait an hour.
I bought some apples. The apples were very sweet.
Let's move the cabinet over there.
He is often praised as the greatest botanical artist of all time.
I'd like to see the manager, please.
The sun is shining bright.
Tourists visit Paris to see the Eiffel Tower.
Unit 76. Did you have lunch?
It's time to go to bed.
Your glasses are on the bed.
Ted goes to school every day. He is studying engineering.
She went to the hospital by taxi.
Yes, boss, I'll do it.
She is dedicated to caring for the poor.
The wealthy were more optimistic about the economy.
It's too expensive a toy for children to play with.
You have such a pretty smile.
It must have been quite a traumatic experience for you. Unit 77.
I saw Mike yesterday. He was at school.
Where's your car? It's in the parking lot.
It's Nancy on the phone.
The attendant showed us to our seats.
This book is mine, not hers.
They're in the same class with me. I know them well.
What day is it? It's Thursday.
It's 2 kilometers to the beach.
How's it going, Roy? Not bad.
It's important that you have diverse views.
I found it hard to get along with others.
It was in the early morning that I met her. Unit 78.
I hurt myself during the training.
She'll pay for herself.
He called himself a patriot.
They feel proud of themselves.
One must take care of oneself.
They relaxed and enjoyed themselves.
Help yourself to some sweets.
I repaired my car myself.
Let's paint the house ourselves.
The problem has solved itself.
The president himself opened the car door.
Unit 79. This is my favorite place in town.
Would you like some of these?
That sounds great.
Those are your brothers, aren't they?
Our cousins will visit again this summer.
Look at those children in that car.
The cost of buying a new one is higher than that of repairing the old one.
Our daily lives are so different from those of our ancestors.
Those who broke their promises were punished.
Thank you to those who have already participated.
Unit 80. I don't have a laptop. I should buy one.
Sometimes smaller teams are better than larger ones.
We have 2 designs, one with stripes and the other with a checkered pattern.
Sarah is interested in helping others.
If you buy one box, you can get another for free.
Matthew is moving to another city next week.
You can choose from 2 courses. Both are fine.
I don't believe either of them.
We have 2 copy machines, but neither works properly.
I recommend both restaurants.
The students sat on either side of them.
Neither one can be present this afternoon.
Unit 81. They all seem interesting. I want to go to all of them.
Most of the students have passed the exam.
We still have some in stock.
I need some coins. Do you have any?
None of them were seriously hurt.
I went on a trip with a few of my friends.
Few of his books are known to the public.
She told me a little about her life.
A test culture does little to improve student standards. Unit 82.
The train was late.
I grew up in a large family.
Is there something wrong?
Let's make it possible.
I found her funny and beautiful.
She has many good friends.
That sounds good.
You look so tired.
The soup smells and tastes delicious.
Kate felt guilty for her negligence.
He appeared excited this morning.
It seems almost incredible that they live so long. Unit 83.
Anne laughed loudly.
She patiently waited at the bus stop.
It was so exciting.
They grow very slowly and range from 15 to 40 feet in height.
Fortunately, it didn't rain.
It was only a suggestion.
Jason always runs to school.
The street is usually full of tourists.
He hardly ever watches TV.
Can you turn it down, please?
It's too late to put them off.
This room isn't big enough for a bed. Unit 84.
Running is good exercise.
It's important to exercise regularly.
The test was easy.
These plates are easily damaged.
It will probably take about an hour.
It's more convenient to go by car.
The deadline is fast approaching.
He was late for his appointment.
Lately, I've been pretty busy.
I nearly fell asleep.
This movie is highly recommended.
Unit 85. It's getting warmer.
I'm trying to eat a healthier diet.
Can we do something more interesting?
They arrived earlier than me.
The exam was harder than we expected.
I feel much better than before.
Columbus was still more than 1,000 miles from Europe.
The less you spend, the more you save.
The younger you are, the easier it is to learn.
The sooner, the better.
The job market is getting worse and worse.
The audience became more and more excited.
Unit 86. Who is the richest person in the world?
Today is the hottest day of the year.
My youngest daughter is 5 years old.
Most luckily, I found a room in the city.
They were the most popular among his works.
Russia is by far the largest country in the world.
We used the very latest technology.
The Amazon River is the second longest river in the world.
It was the worst movie I've seen.
He's the most talented man I've ever met.
Bamboo is one of the strongest woods. Unit 87.
I'm as busy as a bee.
They weren't as good as usual.
Read as many books as you can.
Please send a service engineer as soon as possible.
I earned twice as much as I did last year.
The new machine is 4 times faster than the old one.
She received half as many votes as another candidate.
No one loved him as much as his parents did.
Nothing is as important as peace.
There's nothing more interesting than reality.
Aaron works harder than anyone else in the office.
Unit 88.
He's never on time.
She no longer works here.
Many disabled people cannot use public transportation.
Neither of them has an umbrella. Neither of them have an umbrella.
She waited for them, but none came.
The man rarely eats out.
Cars which hardly pollute at all could even be made.
He now has few friends and little money.
Believe it or not, I'm trying to help you.
She seemed neither surprised nor interested.
Dave talks about nothing but work.
Plants and animals cannot survive without water.
Not all children of successful people become successful themselves.
Unit 89. Never will I go with him.
Seldom has he taken a vacation.
Nothing did Jeremy say.
Only after lunch can you play.
Round the corner was a nice restaurant.
Here's my contact number.
So successful was his business.
I'm hungry. So am I.
They didn't believe his story, and neither did I.
Were we to have children, we'd need to move to a larger house.
Should you wish to cancel your order, please contact us. Unit 90.
It is health that is real wealth.
It was last night that Ms. McNiley completed the final script.
It is my sister who has broken the computer.
It is he that owns the store. It is him that owns the store.
It was past midnight when the phone rang.
It was here where we lived.
Conflicts between Ms. Kong and Ms. Peterson are not mentioned at all.
What on earth are you talking about?
I do understand Carl's argument.
The society itself seems in trouble.
The new machine is even faster.
It's by far the best way to do business. Unit 91.
I ordered salad and he pasta.
I can exercise any time I want to.
I thought he was fine, but he wasn't.
The interviewers will interview the 10 applicants and choose the best 3.
Some people work while studying abroad.
All of us can and must take actions now.
Thousands of emails to and from Dr. Carter were leaked.
More and more people buy and use recycled products.
Do you want to stay in or go out?
Unit 92. His reply was, in fact, ambiguous.
He, I believe, understood what we said.
Our journal, as I mentioned earlier, is marketed toward professional journalists.
The agency is trying to be transparent, which I think is good.
In 1998, when my little brother was born, our family moved to London.
I called my old friend Kelly.
We shouldn't ignore the fact that the earth is getting warmer.
She decided to follow her dream of becoming a surgeon.
Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder, or ADHD, is one of the most common childhood disorders.